Are we at 1 now?
We are at 1 with the universe.
Actually, we are at 506 with the universe right now, Vince.
Yes, 506 subscribers to our YouTube channel, Box Office Maniacs.
So we decided just to get on here and thank everybody who is subscribed to our site. We get on here, mostly because we love movies, but we also get on here to try to entertain you guys.
As much as possible.
And it may not sound like an overwhelming number, 500 subscribers, but to us, it's amazing. Some of these YouTube pages, of course, have 3 million subscribers, but to us, 500 is huge.
Especially since our views only get between 2 and 4. No, we get a little bit more than that, but I mean.
Still, though, there's 500 people out there who's enjoyed our show so much they've subscribed to it, and to us, it means a lot.
It does. It really does. I joke about it, but it does. It means a lot to us.
And, remember back in the day when we very first started doing this, Vince, I remember talking to you about it. It's like, why not do a YouTube page? So, back in the day, this is even crazy to think about how the technology has changed in, 6 years. The webcams 6-7 years ago, it was almost impossible for us to do it like we're doing it now.
Because if you go back to our 100th episode, we were still using video cameras.
But the way we used to do this was Vince and I would set up video cameras. And Vince, if you don't know, lives in Florida. I live in St. Louis. So he would set up his video camera in Florida. I would set up mine here in St. Louis and record 5 or 6 reviews. Then he would send his tapes to me in the mail. Then I would get them. I would have to transfer his tapes to the computer and then edit his tapes and my tapes together. And that's how we did the reviews. And then I would have to mail his tapes back to him so he could record another review.
It took a while to do it.
I mean, now it sounds insane. Now we can just turn our computer on, turn our webcam on, and sit here and record.
But we got better with the technology, too, because even when we were using the video cameras, we started using green screen.
It was a while before we went to the green screen. I remember what a challenge that was for me. The very first thing I did on this channel on green screen was a review for Uncharted for, I think it was PlayStation 3. And I went to Walmart and I bought some poster board, some green poster board, and I put it up behind me, and I had 10 pieces of poster board taped together behind me on the wall. That's how I did my first green screen.
And I actually got some green screen out of a little video editing set that we got for Christmas once for my kids. But it had these 2 great big huge green screens in it. So I put those up and we started using that.
And I eventually went out on eBay and bought a green screen. That's what you see behind me now. And this green screen is huge. I mean, it could probably pretty much cover my entire house.
And eventually what I got, because I'm not outside on my porch anymore. I'm actually indoors in my house, in my bedroom, which is really, really small. The space I have is extremely small. But what I have now for a green screen is this fold-out tripod-looking contraption. It's got 4 legs on it that holds the green screen up, but it works.
So that's one other thing that we're getting on here and doing this video for you guys is because we want to know what you like, so we can continue making those kind of videos.
We've gotten a lot of response from the horror films. We also got a lot of response from the family films or the animation films, like Shrek. That was a weird one. I mean, it got Shrek 4. It was crazy. And it was the trailer.
Exactly, and we want more of that. We want more interaction with you guys. We want to know what you like. I mean, do you want to see us do more horror movies? Do you want to see us do more science fiction? So what we're going to do is we're going to compile a list what you want to see, like a scale of horror films, science fiction films, superhero movies, animation, anything, and we want to know what you want to see more on this channel. I completely screwed all that up.
But we also like to add a lot of humor to our reviews as much as we can. So that's why we leave in a lot of the mistakes that we do. A lot of our what would be considered, I guess, outtakes end up actually in the reviews, because some of the outtakes are funnier than what we would actually make up or say.
Totally. Our set's falling down.
Did you say something?
Cheese ball.
Oh! And we even brought you reviews during a tornado. When I went to go see True Grit, there was an actual tornado going on. So here we are seeing True Grit, and apparently we're having a tornado outside. And they ended up stopping our movie. So, yeah. So we're waiting for the movie to start again.
We've even had some paranormal stuff happen too, Dave. Remember Drag Me to Hell?
Watched for the movie, and it's an absolute 5 out of 5. I enjoyed myself so much watching this. I laughed, and I jumped a few times.
Something paranormal going on here.
Something paranormal going on here. Yeah, no. Roof started moving.
Our show went from, what was it, True Review to Front Row Review to Box Office Maniacs.
Well, True Review was more, we wrote out a lot of our reviews, and that's when we first started out, and we actually had a website with True Review. And then we went to Front Row Review for the videos, and now we're at Box Office Maniacs still doing the video thing, which I think has been better.
So we will continue with this because it's just something we have to do. And there's a lot of times you can even ask Vince that I wanted to quit. I really just wanted to quit this because it's so much work sometimes. And, then you only get like 3 views on something you worked 3 weeks on. But we've continued to do it because it's in our nature, it's in our blood, we have to do it.
Exactly.
And like I said, we're going to have a poll. It's going to be a link to it in the description box. Just click on it and tell us what you like to see on this channel. Like I said, if you're a horror fan, you want to see more horror movies, just fill it out so then that way Vince and I will know what to focus on more here.
So come back and join us, and we'll see you in 2016. We've got a lot more planned. We got some big movies coming up.
I'm glad everybody enjoys what we're doing, and we are going to continue doing it even if you don't enjoy it.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, so I gotta put the green screen back up. Whoops.